Alright. Drafting again. As soon as we get these filled leads. I wonder if it's set up so that, like, if this timer goes all the way to the end, it fills in with bots if people don't sit down. Not sure. I mean, it would be, you know, somewhat reasonable to have like one bot at your table. Okay, Song of Creation is interesting. I don't think this is actually a card. Oh, let me swap this out. Okay. I don't think this is actually a card you can rely on without having... Actually, in Standard, when you have Escape, Jumpstart, and Adventure creatures to reset this, it could be quite powerful. I'm not a fan right now. Dire Tactics is quite good. It is a gold card. Zenith Flare is apparently also quite the thing. Rumbling Rock Slide is just a good, solid removal spell, not amazing. I don't know what to take here. I think I'm going to take the Zenith Flare. Well, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to take this Rock Slide. I want to see what their auto pick suggestion is. I want to take the rare. Okay, Sanctuary Smasher is just very solid. Back for More is quite powerful, and then Game with the Bident, which I don't think is as good as like the Dreamtail Heron. Frostlinks. Okay. I feel like Back for More is the best card here. I'm not going to commit to red. I think Dreamtail Heron's better than the Sanctuary Smasher. And we're just going to take that. Okay. So we've got some choices here. Pacifism is just great, cheap removal. Mentor is good. The Polywog Symbiote is also quite good. I kind of like the Vigilance stuff. I think Vigilance is just a very underrated keyword. Like, I'm not saying it's as good as flying or whatever, but being able to play offense and defense at the same time is very underrated in my opinion. I'm going to take the Mentor, but I could miss the Polywog very much. Survive Thunderbane is quite the card. I think I'm definitely going to take this. Hopefully we can wield the other red, white, gold card we opened in pack 1. Or pick 1, whatever, however you want to say it. But, oh, cycling and getting Helix is quite good. Alright, so no real certainty as to where we are yet in these packs. But I'd be happy for some red-white aggro with a bunch of 3-mana lightning shocks, whatever. Shocking helixes. Another one of these? Okay. Take this, hope to wheel. And we're going to really start prioritizing anything that has cycling for 1. Alright. Huh. Okay. Well, I would think normally in red-white you would want to go with this, but in our spot, I think we're definitely going to take one of these cyclers. Probably this is the best one. The Go for Blood is also quite good, but our creatures are going to probably be pretty small. This is a human. I guess Rumbling Rockslide is not quite as good as you would think because of the number. Well, no. I said because we have cycling, but in this set there's no cycling on lands, which I think is a little unfortunate. I think it's always good to have if you're a cycling set. Do some more of that. So we've got like nothing that cycles, right? Yeah, nothing that cycles. Farfinder is pretty good. I don't think we're the deck for it. The Super Menace guy might be our ticket. There's also some reasonable other creatures. I guess the Helica Glider is probably a little bit more. Oh, we do have Vigilance. We have a build around Vigilance payoff guy. I'm going to take the Hellbonder. Pretty low confidence in that pick being correct. The other two cards were quite good options. I guess kind of when you're in doubt, take the card with the higher rarity. Like I don't think the other two cards are particularly high picks. They should be available at some point later in the draft. Hellbonders, in all likelihood, this is the only one in the draft. Okay. So we got a 1-mana cycler. We also have. We're not really the most mutaty deck, and this is, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the world's greatest effect. I think I'm just going to take the 1-mana cycler. We'll just start trying to go off with that. And we wield the Zenith Flare. Nice, nice. Alright, so we are, as they say, doing it. Would not mind having a Tranquil Cove. Don't really... just to be able to occasionally cast this, because there are situations where this is quite good. But I don't think I'm going to take it over a Lava Serpent. Which is, you know, it cycles for 2, not 1, but it also, you know, sometimes a 5 haste. So this is just like the best card on rate. But I guess we're already picking the cyclers like crazy, so we're gonna see if we can do it. Do it correctly. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take this tentative connection. I don't know. I guess there's some human tribal stuff. Ooh, 1-mana cycler. Yes, thank you. And we wield that. Sweet. Okay, Labyrinth Raptor is just a very good, but we're not. Doesn't look like we're in black, so let's see what else we can do. Yeah, we're not going to take that. So I'm going to take, I guess, probably the Gopher Blood. Could take the Rock Slide or the Shredded Sails, or the Ferocious Tiger. Like those are all fine cards. I think we're just going to take again prioritize 1-mana cyclers. And that's a fine effect. Whoa! Okay, so we can just put this in our deck, and the only thing we could take off is the Hellbonder. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. All right, we're not losing anything else. These things are so busted. Another Zenith Flare. Divine Arrow, Ferocious Tiger. Okay, we'll just take the Flare, even though we could probably wheel it, but it's fine. Alright, Valiant Rescuer is great. Really hoping we can somehow wheel this Dranith Healer. These are also... this is not great. This seems like a reasonable threat for us. So 1 mana cycler, reasonable combat trick, or another cycling payoff. I got this last pick last time, so I'm going to assume that's going to wheel. And we'll take another. I don't know if that's great. Alright, I'm going to take the Prickly Marmoset just because that wheeled the other time. Swallow Whole. Oh wow, 2 really good removal spells and another cycler. I assume Swallow Whole is slightly better. It exiles. It grows my guys. I should have enough creatures to do that. You don't have to. So like you can play on turn 3, you can play a 2-drop and then use it as the additional cost, even though it's summoning sick. That's not an interference in any way. Yeah. This feels real good. Yeah, I just don't think the Liger is what we want. I think the Snare Tactician probably is, kind of. It gives me more reason to take more cyclers. Would love to have the dual land, but I'm not going to pass the Zenith Flare. No, we just like really need more. You can never have too many 1-mana cyclers, except for when you have open a 1-lander. Yeah. I think people are undervaluing how good 1-mana cyclers are. You have 3 Zenith Flares? Jeez. Let's see, I guess we'll just take the Rock Slide, although honestly the Shredded Sails might be even better, just because we need more and more. I'm going to take the Shredded Sails. Yeah, we're just like really into this whole cycling thing. Alright, nothing that cycles. We'll take a Blade Banish, and that may, hopefully that doesn't actually make your main deck, I don't think. What is our Keen Sight Minotaur? So just making sure we've got, oh, I can do this. Wait, we have, no, okay. So we've got 13 creatures so far, 5 of them are humans, so 8 of them are non-humans, which is a reasonable ratio. Nothing cycles here. What's wrong with you? I mean, this kind of cycles. So, I guess we'll take it. Put it in the sideboard. Planning on, like, basically never using this. Oh, cycling 1. Yes, thank you, thank you. But if our opponent happens to be trying to build a really big monster, it's not the worst thing to have. It's not the worst combat trick. Okay. Okay. So the only card of cycling is this one, which isn't that great. This is not amazing. Can we get there with Inspired Ultimatum? We basically be trying to splash for a double blue card. I don't think we're doing that. Mutate, so we can just run this for its mutate cost, basically. And rebuying instant sorceries seems okay. There's also other mutate creature or another prickly marmoset. I'm going to try this Lord Dracus. Yeah. Not sure about that. Alright, Forbidden Friendship, Essence Scatter, Lynx, Snare, I think I'm just going to keep prioritizing cards with cycling and take this Lava Serpent. I feel like I can get at least one of these Prickly Marmosets. So, let's do that. Rugged Highlands does not particularly help me. None of these really help me that much. How am I doing for mostly creatures? A reasonable number of instants and sorceries, so that could be fine. Could also just run our 2/2 little Windrake most of the time. I'm just going to take the cheaper creature. Flame Spell and Sprite Dragon. Evolving Wilds too. If we actually wanted to try and cast our Startling Development sometime, I'm just going to take the Flame Spell. I want you, I want you, I want... I'm okay with you. I want you. That's fine too. I think I'm going to take the Reflection. Like a 5/4 with Trample. Haste. Maybe you want this. I don't know. I'm going to take the higher rarity card. I don't think that it's necessarily correct. I don't know, only rewarded, I guess. Another 1-mana Cycler. Okay. Leosaur still seems fine in this deck. We can go somewhat wide. We don't just like discard all our creatures, which is probably what we're going to do. Go for blood. Yes, please. Divine Arrow or Coordinated Charge. I guess we probably have enough-ish removal that I'm just going to go ahead and take this. It's a finisher, and it cycles, and it does all the things. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, we'll take the Prickly. I guess there's some world where we might play this. 1-mana Cycler, sure. This is wild. I don't know. I'm usually, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. Sure. I don't think we got their Vigilance Treble. I mean, we're still going to run the Mentor, just because it's just fine on its own. But all right, so obviously we've got some cuts to make. It's probably going to be a 16 land deck. It's probably going to be 8/8, something like that. Companion, yes, and it meets the requirements, right? Where did... Oh, so I was looking for the double colored guy. So if I take, yeah, if I have that in the companion slot, it just disappears from my sideboard. That seems like a good bit of stuff. Anyway, so what do we not necessarily need? Don't necessarily need that one. I think it's probably going to make the cut, but the 1-mana Cyclers I think we've probably got enough payoffs that they're just going to stay in the deck, whether or not we cast them or not. That's going to stay in, that's going to stay in. The cycling stuff is going to stay in. We don't need that. This one could go, it could stay. I do like the idea of returning Zenith Flares to just nug them to death. That's attractive to me. Wind Glider might not make it. Snare Tactician, it's possible that's not good enough. It's possible. I think it'll probably make the cut, but we've got some stuff to do. Human stuff, not really about it. I think we've got enough removal. Although it is nice to have, you know, in conjunction with your red removal that kills small stuff, having a white removal spell that only kills big stuff is kind of nice, but not necessarily required. And we don't need that. These are whatever, but they cycle. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. Let's do a quick count on cards I have. This is going to be cycling 2 pile, this is going to be cycling 1 pile. Cycle 2, cycle 1, cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 1. And this does not cycle. Might even cut the rock slide, honestly. So 5 spells that cycle for 2 and 7, 8 that cycle for 1. So 13 cards in my deck cycle. I can go to 15 land, honestly. Especially like this is just automatically going to be cycled. What's my count as? So 13 creatures, 8 instants, 4 sorceries. It does kind of make me want to get this Lord Drakus back in here. So I'll be like, that's good, that's good. Everything with cycling is good. Alright, I'm going to cut the rock slide. Maybe one of the lava serpents. Maybe a shredded sails. I guess the shredded sails is a little. Like, most decks will probably have. There aren't really that many artifacts you want to kill in this set. There's a reasonable number of 4 toughness or less creatures. So there's that. I think we're going to go with this. So what's that leave us with? 13 creatures, 7, and let's see, 5 of them are human, 8 non-human. Man, this Lord Drakus buying back of a Zenith Flare just entices me so much, but it might be a little too cute. It might be a little too cute. The Snare Tactician in the sideboard too. Alright. Maybe I don't need all the marmosets. Do I have... I don't have anything that mutates as is, right? No. I guess the Gigantha does allow me to splash that. I think we can just go with this as is. Yeah, this is going to be a learning experience regardless, so whatever. Let's do this the right way. This is clearly a Gigantha deck. I am so curious as to how this plays out. Like, This should be wild, man. I have no idea. Opponent, what you gonna do? Sure, this is fine. I think the plan is to play Rescuer into his Marmoset into start cycling. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the egg. I did not know there was a style for that. Did not know. Pointing out a little trick so that I don't keep getting priority to cycle this when I've already decided not to, is you have to click left shift and enter to actually pass you all the way through the turn. Do not cycle. Okay. I mean, they're holding up mana. It could be a thing. We could kind of play around that and just start cycling. I don't hate that. Like, this prickly marmoset's not the most amazing thing in the world. Let's go ahead and start with an attack. Yeah, we can just pass the turn. Cycle, cycle. Oh! I should read this. It only works the first time each turn. So I did not get a soldier because I should have just cycled on my own turn. At this point, I'm willing to run this out. I don't really care if it gets countered. Nope. Opponent's just not doing anything. Two-4. Well, that actually is pretty good. But I'm just going to go ahead and slam my 5-5 that I didn't have to do anything for. And go through no attacks. I guess I should have attacked the Marmoset. Yeah, I should have attacked the Marmoset. Okay. Let's actually start with the Mentor. Vigilance counter on Gigantha. And this is a sorcery. Yeah, we'll just go and cycle this one. And yeah, we'll just pass it over to you. Yep. Nuggy for 5 more. That's fine. Well, it's just kind of doing their best to stand there and die. Imitation. Okay, that works. So I think against them, they're clearly trying to do some big mutate shenanigans. I want to either board in a Snare Tactician and or Blade Banish to help manage them. I think I can go ahead and trim a land on the draw. And what's my color distribution? Slightly more red than white. It's fine. Opposing Venusaur. Like the problem is that I look at this and I go, I don't know, do I really want the fight? Oh, it cycles for one. Cycles for one, can't ever cut from the deck. Alright. I'm going to cut the Blade Banish, and we'll go with this. This is fine. Good chance we might just see. It's depending on whether we draw a land. We might just go ahead and cycle to starting development right away. Just see how it goes. Ooh, never mind. Not going to do that. Try and hold our lands until we get this game. Cycle neutralizing for this. Okay. Gonna get in there. Send a message. Nope. Alright. This. Volcapete. How big does this get? It's gonna get him a 4/6, 4/5. That's pretty big. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little big. But I think we can erase that. Yeah, I think we just put some Marmoset. Get in there. We're not that far away from just killing them next turn. Well, I guess we're a little far. But like this could hit for 4, 2, 6. This could hit for 8 by itself. I don't want to miss my land drop. I don't really want to even give them the chance to chump here. So let's cycle. And we'll pay 2. And deal 2 to the draw land, which is good. Attack. Let's go. Let's Still coming at me. Okay. Well, let's go to combat. How do I want to do this? So they're like on the surface. They're taking 5. I guess I can just cycle this and go to the face and potentially if we win. Oh. Deals damage to a creature. Not realistic, not going to the face. That's fine. 7. So one more cycle is not lethal. Probably should have done it anyway. That's fine. The Zenith Flare should be able to finish them off. They're dead. Yeah. Let's do it this way. So for you, 3. Okay. Perfect. Our opponent was a little bit of a punching bag there. They did not do a ton to interfere with us, but we'll take it. Okay. This is not amazing, but it's fine. We get to like Thunder Mane. Actually, it's pretty good. Thunder Mane, Vigilance it up, and then start leaving things up. We're a little heavy on land. We're kind of a lot heavy on land. And also, this is a 3/2. Like if they don't have a 2-drop or whatever, it just beats down pretty good. I guess we do this before combat. I guess there is the thing that artifact that comes into play. It can, draws you a card and then can make them not untap for a turn. Okay. That's perfectly fine by me. This costs 2, so I'm going to be a little bit greedy and play a Valiant Rescuer, and then plan on grow. Oh wait, I can attack now. Yeah, and then if they block, I can just grow it. Most of the other mentors I think cost 3 mana. Okay. That was probably not a good move by our opponent. I'd love to see them play another kill their good guy. I guess we just slam a 5/5. Oh, did I forget to attack with this guy? Oh no, I wanted to use the abilities. Sure. And then we can wait the Lava Serpent next turn. Those aren't too scary. I think we just slam Lava Serpents. Okay, you're at 3. What you gonna do? Play alone, concede. Sure. So what? They just played 4 spells, and blue-red. Does not make me necessarily want Blade Banish, Lord Dracus, whatever. Did not seem aggressive enough. We want to like consider adding some Manned Surveil. Again, no, it's Maned, I guess. Not Manned. Right? Is Manned spelled with 2 N's? I think I would like some additional removal, and I think we can get on the draw, cut a land. Yeah, this seems fun to me. It is kind of funny to cut a land for a removal spell that requires land. We can keep this. We need to draw planes. Can just cycle these startling developments without any difficulty. It's a little bit awkward. Yes. I'm going to cycle another startling development and then see if we want to cycle something else. Yeah. I assume if we don't hit another land off the startling development, we'll they're missing the 3rd land up. Alright, let's cycle this Phantasaur. Opponent is deep in the tank. Wondering how I've put 3 cards in my graveyard on turn 2. It's annoying. I think I'm going to cycle this go for blood, just so we have another chance to redraw if we don't hit a land off of this. We do hit a land. It's not a great land to hit, but it's land. And so they hit theirs. There. I think I'm going to go ahead and cycle this coordinated charge. Okay, we really, at some point, would like to draw planes. But in this situation, I'm fine just doing this. It would be awkward, like if we cycled the Lava Serpent. That was a little scarier. So I think the plan is still to try and draw land, which is an ambitious plan, no doubt. But we'll keep trying. Hey, we did it. Alright. So they probably have a removal spell. I think I'm just going to play out this Thundermane and assume it dies. Then we can play out the Valiant Rescuer and start making tokens. No box. So it's a 4/3 menace. So unfortunately, I used all my 1 mana. All my 1 mana cyclers. I guess I could just slam the 5/5. That seems pretty good. And then potentially do more work later. Alright, so we can chomp, save 6 damage. I think we need to do that, so we're going to take 5. I don't want to go to 2. Okay. So I think we play out the Rescuer and Zenith Flare. The 3/3 Double Striker. Just do it now when I don't have any tricks available. Gained us a bunch of life. Frost Gates is fine. Spray the Wolverine. Do a double striker out. Yeah, there's only 1 spell in the yard. Okay. I think we just play out Keensight Mentor. Oops, put the Marmoset first. Marmoset to Mentor. Counter on this. And try and bluff a combat trick. Or a 1 mana cycle, which would be pretty awkward for them. That flying. Okay. Weird bug. Block where we can. Hope they don't have a trick. No removal spell. Here. Okay. Just a bunch of really hard things to block. Okay. So that's 4 power in the air. That's going to be tricky for us to deal with. Let's go ahead and start cycle for 1. Shuriken. Prickly Marmoset. Okay, I think we want to play Prickly Marmoset and then on their turn cycle a Serpent. We should be able to like double block here. Yeah. This buys us some time. We do need to find another Zenith Flare to gain some life. Alright, so we'll just play with the land so we can play this cycle now. Okay, we can use the Go for Blood to fight that. And so we're going to have to do that. And then how do we transition to attacking? Or do we just want to draw more? We could play all our spells. We'd empty our hand. And that would kill this. We'd be on a 2-turn clock from this. I like the fact that this is still a 2-turn clock means I just want to keep cycling. Okay, that's better. So we're going to do that on their upkeep. And I think we can go ahead and attack with our first striker. Yeah, just look at that. Zenith Flare for 11. Oh my goodness, 11 is so much. Is that lethal? So that puts them to 5, and then we attack with everybody. They block here, 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 and take 5. Perfect. Double checking the math. Yep. That was pretty sweet. This deck is something else. This is a wild draft format, I gotta tell you. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Oh, let's get that trophy. Hey. Okay, this is fun. That's the turn. Probably gonna go Stinger into Marmoset. Seems like a pretty solid beatdown draw. Playing 1/1. I can pay 1 and tap to deal 1 damage. Okay. Cast. I might not block if they attack. I probably would not. They're probably not going to bluff in this situation. Because they can kind of accomplish the same thing. But, I am going to attack even though I wouldn't block. If I get got, I get got. 2. That's my set. Cycling sails. Okay. So we have a lot of options next turn. Oh, they're just spinning their wheels. That's great. Probably just want to get another Marmoset down before the beatdowns commence. Sure. Yeah, just gonna keep doing this. Like, cycling this for 1 deals damage here and then pumps both their guys. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to. They need removal spells. It's a nightmare to try and block this. No, that's not a removal spell. However, I would rather just attack with these 2 guys and then play my 5/5, and then next turn we can kind of go crazy. Okay, they can chop right. They always have first strike. Whoa! This is an elemental elk. It is an elder. Yes. Alright, so I saw mono red, and that included, yeah, they cycled, all the cards they cycled were red. They could just have been missing another color, but, so, like, against mono red, what are we looking at? Like, some of these creatures seem fine. An extra little removal seems fine. I'm gonna cut like the win con. Just gonna be a little bit awkward if they're as aggressive as I think they are. I don't want to cut a land against them just because they're likely to really pounce on my stumbles. And I guess this lines up a little bit better as a 2/2 first striker than a lot of their other stuff. So I was thinking about like the 1/4 that doesn't work well against the 4/2, but a 2/2 first striker does really work well there. Operating off of pretty limited information to be true. But let's go ahead and put this in. Sure, this hand looks mighty fine to me. If I don't hit a land, I think I will cycle this. If I do, I don't think I do. Okay. So I think I'm just going to play the Stinger to trade with this. And then the Marmosets. Try and save the Thunderbane until maybe we have 5 mana and can just do the whole thing at once. Okay, we'll block. I'm sure this is better in my deck than it is in this, but I just want to hold lines. Now the first striker again brick walls this 4/2 unless they have trick. The Rumbler is pretty good. Rumbler does some work. Alright. I think we just want to play another Marmoset and pass the turn. I don't think we block. I think we just take it. Because the next turn we can Thundermane, cycle, pay, Helix this, and attack them for 8. Feels like a thing to do. Start charging up our Zenith Flare. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I was annoyed that it was not auto-paying with, it was auto-paying with our only red source, and then whatever. Auto-pay, you. What's in the box that we draw? Mountains, not the world's greatest. Let's go ahead and attack. There is some chance I block the Frenzied Raptor with the Thunderbane. It feels bad. I just don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm too young for that. Come on, man. But, I mean, from this board, it would take a lot to kill us. I mean, this is an attack for 11, right? It's like these two alone are 11. I mean, yeah, we can eat. There are certainly draws that would allow us to just kill them this turn. So this is us taking 10. I think we can take 10. Got so many cycles. Like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. start cycle. Kill that. Zenith Flare. Okay. I think we run the old no attacks. I think in this case I'm going to go ahead and double block the Marmosets on the Rumbler. Potentially. That should work out as just a one-for-one trade. You don't get a double strike damage. Okay. I have a little something that gets awkward, but I don't want to die. Especially when we've got these Zenith Flares coming up. Okay. Give us 6. 6 seems like a reasonable life total to me. Piercer. I'd like to draw a cycling card. Do I have any of those in my deck? Do I have any of those in my deck? Apparently not. Apparently not. So I guess we just play another Marmoset and pass. So he's still holding up the Zenith Flare. Like our wall of first strike damage should be able to hold them back, and once we start drawing cyclers, they're just going to be up a creek without a paddle. Yeah. Okay. So let's, like, casting this is not the worst thing, but I'd rather cycle it. Boom, 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 boom. Auto pay. But, target. Another flare? Jeez. Okay. So attack with these. Actually, should I attack with everybody and just flare the 5/4? Yeah, I'll just do it this way. This feels safer. Okay. So we just take it, and then we flare them for the win. Alright. Now that's a trophy. I do hope at some point they add a trophy leaderboard thing. Okay, sweet. Claim a prize. Yeah. So this is pretty good. I'm not sure if I really like this format, but so far I've lost 2 matches out of 12, so 10-2. 10-2 is a pretty good win percentage, I gotta say. So hopefully that impresses all 0 of you. It's a tough racket to get into this, I guess, especially streaming at like normal times. I guess. Oh, whatever. I'm having fun. Hopefully, maybe there's a couple YouTube viewers who are enjoying this, whatever. So that's going to do it for this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.